What elementary school did you attend?
Old Creek, OLDE Creek in Fairfax, Virginia.
Did you have any disciplinary problems there at Old Creek?
Uh, yeah.
Such as?
Um, when I was young like that, I could pee really far. And in the boys' room, there was the urinal was just this place where like it was a trough where the wall meets the floor, and the wall didn't go all the way to the ceiling. It was just like a wall, a tile wall with the trough on each side. And so I could pee over this wall, and I did that one time, and it got all over Bruce. I don't remember his last name. Got the pee got all over Bruce, and I got in trouble for peeing on Bruce. And it was funny to when the teacher asked, like, how did you get pee all over Bruce?
What's the first thing you remember stealing?
I'm sure I stole stuff before this, but I had a job as a working at the produce department at the grocery store in the 70s. And this was when grocery stores first started getting bigger and selling stuff like lawn chairs and vinyl records and stuff. And a friend of mine and I had just moved in a new house, and renting a new house, and I stole a bunch of beer, several kinds of caviar, and some albums for our house opening party.
Assuming you are no longer a thief, what made you stop?
I guess morality.
Your conscience?
Yeah, I think so. I know it's wrong. And any of the stealing I ever did was never from an individual. It was only from companies.
You were recently spotted in Butte, Montana. What the hell were you doing in Butte?
Spotted. I was in Butte, Montana at the very end of October of 2020 and the first couple of weeks of November, shooting a TV series called Bring on the Dancing Horses. The director, Michael Polish, and his wife, Kate Bosworth, had written this 10-episode series and shot all 10 episodes and then went to sell it to whatever, Netflix or Hulu or whoever. I don't know how that's going now, but it was fun there in Montana. It's kind of a modern Western. I play a hitman.
Can you name a few of your acting performances that you're most proud of?
I really like the movie I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore, written and directed by the outstanding Macon Blair. And I play a guy named Marshall in that, and I'm proud of it.
In 1995, you were arrested for knowingly and recklessly exposing your private parts. You were arrested after a performance. It was at Lollapalooza in Cincinnati. What do you remember from the police precinct when they hauled you down there?
They were so condescending. They were calling me a rock star. They were saying we haven't had a rock star in here since Ted Nugent. And they put me in the drunk tank. I believe it or not, I wasn't drunk. And they made me take out my earrings. They took all the stuff from my pockets, and they made me take off my wedding ring. And I refused. I said, no, I'm not taking off my wedding ring. They made me.
Did they have to physically force it off your hand, or you just finally agreed to
I think I finally agreed. They were very insistent. And when they took my mugshot, I made a face.
Do you get embarrassed ever? Is that in your repertoire?
Can I get embarrassed? Gosh, it doesn't happen very much. It probably should. I mean, I've done plenty of things that everybody else, that regular folk would be embarrassed by.
In 2014, Akashic Books published Copycat, your book of cat portraits. Have you been able to make much art during the pandemic?
During the pandemic, I've done what you would call art. I've written some songs. I've done some acting. I think the most artistic thing that I've done during the pandemic is probably landscaping and gardening, which has been a lot of fun. And also cooking and trying to expand my cooking repertoire.
If and when this pandemic ever ends, what are you going to miss most about being quarantined?
Not having to go to work.